All right, and to that end, we're getting more information that the government is also to decide over a series of meetings which Indigo routes will be curtailed based on Indigo's revised schedule and, of course, their ability to operate. The government planning Indigo route cuts that they have proposed in a calibrated manner so that civil flights remain unaffected. They will be holding meetings with other airlines, other stakeholders, and will decide on how to distribute the curtailed route share going forward as well. For more on this, we have with us Anvit Srivastava, who has been bringing us all the developments on this front. Now, of course, there are going to be meetings where they will be deciding exactly what routes to curtail here, how that will pan out going forward. Anvit, what can you tell us?
See, Indigo has been asked to submit a detailed schedule for the winters, and because it's a heavy season, heavy flight season, and the frequency of flights usually increases, be it what airline it is, and it's a holiday season coming up, and also fog season is coming up, so more and more flights will be disrupted because of the weather conditions. So keeping that in mind, Indigo has been asked to, because the government has issued a curtailment of 10% on Indigo's routes, so Indigo has been asked to submit a revised plan. At the same time, meetings are being held with other stakeholders as well, because the curtailed route needs to be distributed caliberately to other airlines also, and that is being ensured that when this share is distributed among airlines, handle that. So for that, detailed meetings are being held in Ministry and DGCA to look into the preparedness of all the other airlines, and also to ensure that being heavy flight season, there are less number of cancellations and delays, and passengers do not face much inconvenience like there has been in the past. 6 to 7 days. Also, at the same time, with this, the government has also gone ahead and said that there should not be heavy tickets, no additional charges should be on cancellation and rescheduling. So that also needs to be kept in mind, and that is why multiple meetings are being held. All the stakeholders will be participating in those meetings and will be putting forward their points on agenda, and then it will be decided as to what routes need to be cut and what routes need to be sent to other airlines.
Absolutely, Anvit. Of course, we are going to, of course, wait and see how this calibrated response is implemented going forward. Now, while the operations seem to be returning to normalcy, of course, the Indigo CEO, if you ask him, he says we're back on our feet. The centre has now cracked the whip, but it does seem too little too late, of course. Financial penalties for non-compliance remain yet to be decided, but for now, what we do know for certain is that 10% curtailment for flight operations has been announced. And how that is implemented going forward, that is something that remains to be seen, and that's going to be a Herculean task. Action on the top management of the airline also remains to be decided upon. What happens to the top management, what happens going forward, they are to be held accountable for this. That's something that remains to be seen as well. Investigation into the manpower audit is underway. And as we've been discussing, a fortnightly review on recruitment will also be conducted, and we're given to understand is being conducted also. But the big question here is this enough? Is it too little too late? For more on this, we have Payal Mehta with us. Payal, good morning. Of course, as we were discussing earlier as well, this is the peak holiday season. All of this pandemonium that has ensued now, would you say it's too little too late?
Well, we should not be drawing conclusions right now, given the fact that the probe is currently underway. And like Anvit and I have been reporting very, very clearly, that the focus of the government right now is to make sure that the passenger inconvenience is minimized. And that's going to be the big focus on, and that's the reason they have been focusing on the operations of now. And do not want to leave anything to chance. So, repeated requests are being made to other airlines to step in as well. We've just seen a statement coming in from SpiceJet essentially saying that they will be flying 100 extra flights every day as well. Air India has already expressed its emotions that they will also be pitching in as well. To make sure that passengers do not face any inconvenience, that's going to be the priority. Of course, there is no doing away with the probe. The probe is already there. The government has already expressed itself, saying that the response of the CEO is not satisfactory, and they will have to take that step ahead as well. But what is the priority right now? To make sure in the next 10, 15, 20 days, which is the holiday season, people are not made to suffer. There are, of course, enough steps that have been taken to make sure the refunds have been done 100%. That's, of course, a big relief as far as the passengers are really concerned in terms of helping them book alternate means of travel. Baggages are also going to be done with today. The remaining baggages that have not been delivered at the doorstep are going to be delivered soon as well. It'll be wrong on your part to really say that, nothing is being done and too little and too late as well. the government is doing whatever best it can, under the circumstances, given the fact that yes, there has been a trouble which has been created by Indigo and some understanding that has been there with I don't know who in the department as well. But the fact of the matter is that accountability will be fixed. That's the only argument coming in from the government.
All right, well, Payal, thank you so much for that. Stay on with us. Of course, we're getting in more information as well. SpiceJet